Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour. I am Olajumoke Olatunji. Governor Adele Fayose of Ekiti State today held a rally across Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, to thank his supporters and celebrate the dawn of a new legislative era. The visibly happy governor rode on a motorcycle in the company of his supporters and thereafter led the rally to the Ekiti State Assembly complex to inaugurate the state's 5th assembly by proclamation. A federal high court in Abuja has transferred the suit seeking to stop 19 All Progressives Congress lawmakers in the Ekiti State House of Assembly from launching impeachment proceedings against Governor Adele Fayose. The trial judge, Ivo Chukwu, ruled that the court lacked jurisdiction to entertain the suit instituted by Fayose. Defense counsel Teps Vember expressed displeasure over the new development, and he hinted that he will consult with his client on the possibility of appealing against the ruling. A federal high court in Abuja has fixed June 5 to rule on whether it has jurisdiction to continue to hear the suit seeking to stop 19 All Progressives Congress lawmakers in Ekiti State House of Assembly from launching impeachment proceeding against Governor Adele Fayose. When the matter came up for hearing, the plaintiff counsel, Ahmed Raji, sought to leave the court to transfer the case to the state. But defense counsel Teps Vember objected, arguing that the court lacks jurisdiction to entertain the suit in the first place. The presiding judge, Justice Ivo Chukwu, adjourned till June 5 to deliver ruling on the matter of jurisdiction. But plaintiff counsel Ahmed Raji is convinced that once the present Ekiti House of Assembly went down, the matter will become an academic. The governor of Plateau State, Simeon Lalong, has conducted the first swearing-in ceremony for some key officials to the Plateau project to ensure that the changed expectation of the people is fulfilled. The report.
I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law, and always in the
Governor Lalong, who took his oath of office last Saturday, seemed to be finding it an uphill task to constitute his cabinet, even as he swears in the Secretary to the State Government, Rufus Bature, and Chief of Staff, Government House, John Dafan. It charged them to be loyal and committed. The difficulty has been attributed to the cause from various interest groups who want to get a piece of the pie from the start of the administration. The governor, however, told the new appointees that their selection was purely based on merit.
A responsible administration that is committed to making a difference in Plateau State and the lives of our people, based on the change our people sought for and got through the polls. The appointees have carefully been chosen in line with our changed philosophy of ensuring credible and inclusive government, which will guarantee value addition. I wish to congratulate the newly sworn-in Secretary to the State Government and the Chief of Staff, and welcome you on board the ship of this new administration.
It's humanly possible to make sure that we rally around you as you lead Plateau to a new beginning. The times are hard, the times are tough, but with God on our side, we shall surmount all the toils of our way. Thank you, Your Excellency.
In a state where the civil service is on a standstill and commercial activities grounded due to the non-payment of salaries for the past 1 year and the ongoing indefinite workers' strike action, the governor called on members of his cabinet to brace up for the challenges ahead because it is not going to be a work in the park.
You must therefore see your appointment as a call and challenge to service. Indeed, we have a big task ahead of us in ensuring that we put smiles on the faces of our people, and the responsibility of this public trust must be carried out with diligence and vigilance to ensure that it is not abused. I have no doubt in my mind that you will bring on board your wealth of experience in order to ensure the smooth takeoff of this administration.
While responding on behalf of the new appointees, the secretary to the state government acknowledged that times indeed are very hard in the state, but promised to do their best to live up to the expectation of the governor and that of the Plateau people.
Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has assured the judges and judicial officials in the state of adequate support. This, according to him, is because his administration sees the judiciary as a member of a team that would deliver positive change. He gave this assurance while paying a courtesy call on the Chief Judge. Amina Anabi has more in this report presented from our studios.
Finally, sir, we believe the judiciary, perhaps the most independent, the most important arm of government, because unless you settle disputes and to put criminals where they belong, no one will be able. So we have great respect for the judiciary, and I want to show you, just as our leader and President General Buhari assured in the briefing about the extent of prison congestion. We had the unfortunate fire in Zaria prisons last week, which has further exacerbated and put pressure on the prison in Kaduna. I'm happy to note that you've already begun work on prisons decongestion. And I want to pledge the support of our Ministry of Justice and indeed my humble self in working together to ensure that our people are not unduly detained on minor offenses that can be sorted out quickly. So I look forward to giving you all the cooperation to ensure that we reduce the number of awaiting trial inmates in our prisons in Kaduna State.
19 years after the assassination of the wife of late MKO Abiola, the assumed winner of the June 12, 1993 elections, family members, civil society groups, students and friends demand justice for Kudirat Abiola. Omotayola brings you more. To commemorate another year of Kudirat Abiola's death since June 4, 1996, the gathering at Ikeja home called on the present-day government to uphold justice and ensure that innocent Nigerians don't suffer and die in vain.
I am very upset about the judicial system, but I know that, with life there's still time. And with time, you can always make amends. So I'm hoping that with the new disposition we have now, things will move forward and, the judicial system will not be handicapped.
We ought to have recognized her here on national level. It's a shame that foreigners have to show us what to do. It's high time we do that. And the husband too should be recognized.
What lies here is not just a matter or a sacrifice, but a symbol that should be remembered always and should be emulated.
The civil organization also urged government not to rest until the Chibok girls are rescued, as the nation marks over 400 days of their capture. According to the president of Women Arise, Joe Oke-Odumake, government should intensify its fight against insurgents and also bring the culprits involved in Kudirat Abiola's murder to book.
The inability to bring those who perpetrated this heinous act to book will embolden the perpetrators. 19 years after, the labor of our heroine past must and shall never be in vain.
For the leader of the Oduduwa People's Congress, Gani Adams,
The new administration should see to the many challenges in Nigeria as the people have high hopes in the government.
The issue of security is very, very important. It's highly imperative. The government should make sure, give the citizen enough security so that you'll be safe in anywhere you are.
The resolve of the gathering was to uphold the values late Kudirat Abiola lived and died for as they prayed for a better and greater Nigeria. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
You're still watching CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break now and we'll come back with more stories. Please stay with us.
Women share the most amazing thoughts on national issues and they do it passionately.
For most men that are educated, that are exposed, will see nothing to it.
The population and the level of poverty made me cry. No infrastructural development whatsoever. And you tell me Lagos is working?
That was an accident. And it was a one-off thing. Other than that, there has never been any situation in Nigeria where a Nigerian attacked anybody just because of where they came from.
Sharing the adorable word of women in politics every week, only on CoreTV News.
For more on the news and other programs, kindly visit our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/CoreTV News. Follow us on Twitter at CoreTV News NG, YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, and news. One day after the Senate passed 46 bills, the House of Representatives has reciprocated by passing 14 bills that earlier scaled through in the upper chamber. This was after Chairman House Committee on Rules and Business, Sam Soko, moved for the suspension of the standing orders of the House, which enabled the passage of 14 bills. But before the passage of the bills, Speaker Emeka Ihedioha urged the committee chairman to explain the basis for the action. He also condemned people who felt that the Senate erred by passing 46 bills in a day.
Honorable colleagues, those in favor of this motion that the House do accept the report of the Committee of the Whole, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Madam colleagues.
President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the House of Representatives requesting the approval for the appointment of 15 special advisors to assist him carry out his constitutional duties. The letter was read at Thursday plenary by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Emeka Ihedioha. It comes one day after the Senate approved a similar request from the President. President Muhammadu Buhari and his Chadian counterpart, President Idris Deby, have agreed to step up military offensive against Boko Haram through greater cooperation. This was contained in a communique issued at the end of Buhari's one-day official visit to Chad made available to journalists by his spokesman Garba Shehu. Both leaders agreed to the need to make the multinational joint task force fully operational to effectively combat terrorism in northeast Nigeria and everywhere the insurgents operate. Buhari and Deby also want the international community to provide the Lake Chad Basin Commission and neighboring countries with all necessary support to combat terrorism and insurgency. In addition, the leaders agreed on the need to introduce emergency development initiatives in areas where the insurgents group operates. President Buhari also held a closed-door meeting with Major General Tukur Buratai, the recently appointed force commander of the MNJTF with headquarters in N'Djamena. The International Press Center has expressed serious concern over the renewed wave of attacks on journalists in different parts of the country. In a statement signed by its director, Lanre Arogundade, the IPC says that not less than 3 journalists have been assaulted in the course of their legitimate duties within the past 1 week. The affected journalists, according to the statement, are Air Joseph of Daily Trust, beaten up in Lafia, Nasarawa State, by political thugs on May 29th during Tanko Al-Makuru's swearing-in ceremony. Kamarudin Ogundele of Punch, also beaten up by political thugs near a police checkpoint by the state. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more stories. Please stay with us.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digi360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Power style, that's what he delivered. Here's that ball storming, Puyol with a flying lead.
Go taking them out in the lead.
Thank you for joining us again. Now in the world of sport, outgoing FIFA President Sepp Blatter says he's moving forward with a comprehensive program of reform for world football's governing body. It comes after a tumultuous 9 days for his organization amid claims of systematic and deep-rooting corruption. 7 FIFA officials were held in a dawn raid last week in Zurich as they gathered for a congress which saw Mr. Blatter re-elected for a 5th term. 4 days later, Blatter announced he would step down early from the post. He says he would remain at work until FIFA had chosen his successor in the coming months. One of Juventus and Barcelona are looking to cap fantastic seasons by completing Real trebles when they meet in the Champions League final at the Olympic Stadium in Berlin on Saturday. Juventus are appearing in their first Champions League final in 12 years as they look to win the European Cup for the 3rd time. But Barcelona, inspired by Lionel Messi, are the favourites to win a 5th European Cup and 4th in the last decade. Juve coach Massimiliano Allegri and his Barcelona counterpart Luis Enrique have already enjoyed excellent debut seasons in charge of their respective clubs, both winning domestic league and cup doubles. And both are now within touching distance of making a glorious treble. For Barcelona, it would be a second such treble following their fantastic first season under Pep Guardiola in 2008-2009. Nigeria have moved up to the 42nd position in the latest FIFA Global Rankings released on Thursday. The Eagles remain the 7th-ranked African side beside Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Tunisia, Cape Verde Island, and Senegal. Algeria continues to be the top-ranked African side and at 21st in the world. Cote d'Ivoire are in 24th position in the world and 2nd in Africa. They are followed by Tunisia, Ghana, Senegal, Cape Verde Island, Nigeria, Guinea, Congo DR, and Cameroon. We'll take a quick break and bring you stories outside Nigeria. Please stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
And outside Nigeria, Libyan political factions called for the urgent formation of a national unity government in the war-torn country on Thursday, wrapping up 2 days of talks in Algeria, which UN sponsors described as positive. The final declaration came a day after UN's Libya envoy told the country rally is at a limit and risks becoming a failed state. Libya plunged into chaos after a 2011 NATO-backed uprising toppled and killed longtime dictator Muammar Gaddafi, with heavily armed former rebels carving out their own domains across the country. At the same time, 2 sets of parliaments and governments have been contending for control over the country, where the Islamic State jihadist group has recently made major inroads. And that's a wrap on CoreTV News on the Hour. Join us at the top of the next hour for more updates. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.